Right, so as you can see, they're preparing to face each other. They're sizing up against each other, going at it head to head in the ring. Obviously we know who won this fight, but I'm just going to go over it now. So KSI opens with two, I believe those are jabs. Temperr also goes with a jab, but they both don't land any hits. Let me move back a bit so my face is in frame. Right now, once again, KSI goes for another double jab, but doesn't land any hits. Temperr goes for a jab, doesn't land. So far, none of them have really landed anything. Both sort of exchanging punches, but not getting any shots off. If there are any boxers watching this, feel free to comment. Okay, so you can see KSI going in there for the body shot. Temperr has his guard up, blocks a couple, but also gets hit by some. KSI is really going towards him, then Temperr answers back with I believe that's a right hook, but I might be horribly wrong. Like I said, any boxers, correct me. KSI once again goes in. You can really see he's on the offensive. You can see he's confident. Temperr, I guess. Oh, okay, yeah. He tried blocking. Yeah, he's going for the guard again. But he did get a bit of a blow to the head there. But he answers back with a couple hits at KSI's head. Then they hug each other and relax. Okay, now, yeah, still just hugging each other. Then they part. They're about to part separate, yep. Alright, then they're about to go at it again. KSI's got his guard up, with his hands up like this. Temperr's has a different sort of approach with his arms, his hands. Goes for a quick jab, doesn't really land because KSI's too far back. Temperr thinks about going for a shot, and he does go for a shot. So does KSI. They trade punches. Yeah, now KSI's jumping up and down. You can see he's confident. He wants to take that win. Obviously, Temperr wanted the win as well, but we know what happened. Alright, so now they're both still not really doing anything to each other, just sort of going around the ring, walking around. There was a lot of periods during this fight where, yeah, I guess they didn't really do anything, just sort of stood. Okay, there KSI really goes in for a hard shot, so does Temperr. Then they hug, just hugging it out. Then Temperr goes for a bit of a knock to KSI's face. Then the ref, I don't know, just touches KSI's shorts. Alright, then they separate again and they part ways. So far, just under a minute has been played, or has gone on in the match. Right now they're trading blows again. KSI goes for that shot to the head, that punch to the head, I should say. He really is going at it. Temperr goes for a big shot. KSI semi-blocks it. I don't know if Temperr he'd probably had done boxing matches before this. Obviously in preparation, but I don't know if he'd done like an official fight before this or not. I know KSI fought, obviously, Logan Paul, Swarms, I think, some other people. But yeah. He's had a few fights. I don't know. Temperr might have as well. I don't know. KSI going at it again. A series of blows to Temperr's body. This is, I think, what caused Temperr to ultimately, eventually get knocked out. It was just too many hits. One can only induce so many hits. But yeah. Now you can see they're just hugging it out. But yeah. Alright, so now they resume the fight. Once again, they're both kind of cautious. Temperr just sort of maintaining his guard, his position. KSI's a bit more on the offensive, looking for an opening, looking for that shot. Still not really doing anything yet. Goes for a little something, but doesn't land anything. Then draws a bit closer, but once again, Temper's not having it. Fair play to Temperr for stepping in the ring, because I feel like a lot of people in that situation would have just kind of opted out. I think people that, oh, okay, you can see a big flurry of punches there, but in the past, I think a lot of people, they opted to fight KSI, like this guy called Dylan Dennis, someone else in the Swarms Pineda fight. Again, I think someone opted out of that as well. But this guy decided to get in the ring. He did lose, but the fact that he even went in shows he has definitely got some courage about him. Once again, KSI there going in for a flurry of blows, flurry of punches. Once again, taking shot after shot. Temperr, yeah, he had to, that was the problem for him. When you take so many shots, as I said before, there's only so many you can take before eventually you have to throw in the towel. You can see him getting kind of manhandled there. Then they both hug. I think that was Temperr kind of, he had to sort of just get out of that situation, because he was, like I said, enduring so many blows to the body, so many hits. Eventually they separate, part ways again. Once again, you can see KSI going for it. Alright, so as you can see, now once again they hug it out. KSI looked like he was about to go for a shot, but then just hugging it out. The referee ushers them to separate again. And I believe, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe, when I watched it the first time, I think the knockout is going to happen soon. But yeah, like I said, Temperr gave it a go, but ultimately just wasn't enough in the end. I think KSI said his ultimate objective or aim is to face Jake Paul, because I think there's a lot of bad blood between them, or maybe the beef is fake, I don't know, I don't really care. But, I mean, it is what it is. Did say, yeah, that's the main person he wants to face. But yeah. As you can see, KSI is jumping up and down. Yeah, just trying to look for an opening once again, doesn't find it yet. Temperr just kind of shoos his arm away. Then Temperr goes for a shot. KSI kind of goes down a bit. I don't know if Temperr actually landed some contact there or not. Yeah, KSI once again is jumping up and down. He's exuding confidence. Temperr, you could see, he did look a tad bit sort of like nervous. Like you can see on his face there, or maybe he's just trying to focus up, I don't know. But he did kind of seem a bit, I don't know, tense. Whereas KSI was just really just going up and down. Once again, landing a big shot there to the face, 2 big shots. And this is when Temperr gets knocked out and KSI walks away, knowing he claimed the victory. You can see he's probably gassed, but he doesn't really show it too much on his face. His facial expression is kind of emotionless. Temperr, you can see, is struggling. He really is struggling to get up. He's trying to get up, but you can see he's kind of just, yeah, knocked out, disorientated. Yeah, he tries to get back up, but as you can see, yeah, the guy's saying, nah, it's done. I think that's probably KSI's coach or something, I don't know, maybe part of his camp. Yeah, and then you can see Temperr just rolls down on the floor and it's GG. But yeah, I mean, an interesting fight. Obviously, I think KSI was pretty confident at the start, or before the fight, and yeah, you can see him there jumping up, getting lifted up by his team. But yeah, he did seem quite confident before the fight happened. And yeah, so as I said, that is me rewatching the fight in 0.25x speed. If you guys did enjoy this video,